So to access team events, we can go to the play menu here and choose team event, or we can click on schedule and then click on the team events tab. In this case, we have 0 events scheduled. They would show up in this drop down box. So we're going to need to create an event. So we can click create event here and enter a name for our event. We'll just leave it as team event actually. We can set the date here and the number of sessions. And then down below we can set the specifics for each session. So we can give each session a name, choose how many matches we want there to be, the format, singles, foursomes, or 4-ball, course, layout, pin, and tee position for each session. We can also load a template. There are a number of templates that come with the game. So for example, let's take a standard US versus Europe template. Click on that, use this template, and there we go. That's a template that you're probably familiar with. We can also save our own to use as a template later if there's a format that we want to use often. We just click Save New Template, and it'll prompt us to enter a name, and we can get that later then on the match template list. On the Teams tab, we can choose which teams are playing and who's on each team. We can either do this manually by choosing players from the list, or we can fill the teams based on certain criteria below here. So for example, let's say we want the best overall rated players in the US and fill team 1. And there we go. This is from a couple years ago. Another thing that we could do is load a preset team that we've created. So we'd select a team from the list here. Let's say we want England, and click the Set Team 1 button. And there we go. And now, because we've selected a preset team, it's actually going to save stats for that team. So the lists are grayed out here. We can't choose different players for the team. If we do want to do that, we can click the cancel button. That unlocks this and lets us make changes. And now it's not going to be keeping stats for this team. All right, so we have England on team 1, and let's put Sweden as team 2. Okay. All right, so now we're into our event, and we can on the top left choose human or computer control for entire teams, or choose to watch all groups, for example. We can also individually set this by clicking on the C next to a player. So if we want to control Ian Poulter, we can click the C and change it to an H. Click it again. Now we're watching. Change it again, we're back to computer. To begin play, you can either do one at a time by clicking the play group button, and they'll advance one hole. We can also click play round and have it play the entire round. And anytime we can pause that. Or we can play through an entire hole for each group, or play group one by one here as well. Scorecards are on this tab, and then team statistics, individual records for the event, and weather and course conditions.